Hello, today is Monday, January 7th, 2019. My name is Daniel Mullaney, and behind the camera is Caitlin Yates. We are here to film a video source inspection for SciTech Process Solutions for a fully refurbished ST-860 semi-tool spin rinse dryer. This SRD is going to be shipped out to the northeastern United States, and our customer's purchase order number is P206233. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, we are filming a fully refurbished ST-860 semi-tool spin rinse dryer. That means that we have an ST-type tool in a double stack configuration that is capable of running up to 5-inch substrates. This chamber we have a 3-inch loaded, the bottom chamber we have 4-inch loaded. We're actually going to be swapping out this rotor on shipment. Our customer has purchased this tool to run 5-inch and 4-inch wafers, but the 5-inch rotor is currently on back order. It's at our electropolish shop right now and will be here in a few days. However, rotors are entirely interchangeable so long as they mount to the back plate in the same fashion, which they will, and we'll be able to ship that rotor after the tool leaves, and it'll arrive about the same time. So, take a second to also show you the controllers for the system. Taking a look down here, it might be a little bit difficult for you to see from that angle, but the controllers have also been refurbished. You'll see that they're labeled with the P328 indication for the control style. We can change the rinse time, the dry to time here. Here's where we're going to change the RPM. Unlike the newer digital controllers, you can't quite tell what the RPM is until after the tool's running. So you'll see that during process you can spin those knobs back and forth to increase or decrease the RPM, and that'll be part of your recipe design when you first install an SRD. So we're already pre-programmed here to dry the substrates that we have that we have installed. So we're going to go ahead and get the process started, and then I'll discuss a little more as we go. Feeling in here, the N2 is purging in hot. It looks like it's working correctly. Taking out our cassette and substrates. Here we are, loaded up. Okay, taking a look at our bottom head. N2 is purging in hot the way it should after a few process runs, which we've been running all day. Taking a look here, we have a few more wafers loaded in here. I'll explain that in a second. So this customer is planning on rinsing their substrates after they've been mounted to a larger round backing. And because of that, they typically run 4 and 3-inch, but here they're going to be running 4 and 5-inch, and that's also why we have double substrates loaded in there. The weight of their substrates once it's mounted to the backing is significantly heavier, so we're mocking up weight that's going to simulate how the customer is actually going to use this piece of equipment once it arrives on site in their fab. So we're cruising along right now. We're going to rinse at a low RPM, which is where we were. That's rinsing at about 500 RPM. Now we're going to dry off during dry 1 at a high RPM for a shorter amount of time. That's going to be about 90 seconds to 2 minutes of high RPM spinning at about 2,000. That's going to sling the majority of the water off of the substrates. From there, we're going to move into our dry 2 phase. That's our last step. And that's going to be a lower RPM, longer time step there. And the purpose of that is now that the majority of the water droplets have been slung off the wafer, which is happening right now, the cassette and product are going to be primed for a longer dry time that uses the heating elements to give a nice uniform dry and set the wafers up for the next step in your manufacturing process. So that was kind of a little brief description of how this piece of equipment really works. In terms of SciTech's work on it, we have fully refurbished this SRD. We really remanufacture it to a like-new condition. That means that we're going to take the tool and we're going to break it down to the component level. From there, we're going to individually inspect, test, repair, or replace all the components as necessary. That's going to be the heater blankets, the N2 heater, the tach sensors, the rotor stop positioner, ACR valves, solenoid valves, motor, etc. Really any moving component we're going to inspect, repair, or replace as needed. We're also going to chemically clean and electropolish all the metal parts. and we're going to cut and reskin the poly as needed. You can see just by looking at this tool that it is in a like-new condition. That's what allows us to provide high-quality SRDs to the semiconductor market while backing all of our pieces of equipment with a 1-year warranty. All of our SRD equipment with a 1-year warranty. So, in addition to providing high-quality refurbishments for the SRDs, we also have 100% of the spare parts and services required to keep your SRDs up and running. That would be spare parts such as windows, door seals, motors, amps, controllers, heater blankets, tax sensors, all the components that I listed before. We have all those items for sale, and we also have all the services required to keep your tool up and running. That would be rotor repairs, motor repairs, amp repairs, controller repairs, rotor rebalancing, and any other service required to keep your tool up and running. SciTech has 100% of the spare parts and services needed to keep any of your semi-tool SRDs up and running and keeping your particle counts low. So let's take a look at how we're running on this guy. Okay, we have a little over 2 minutes left of that dry 2 time. So while the tool is sitting here, spinning away, I'll take a moment to describe some of the other pieces of equipment that SciTech can offer to the semiconductor marketplace. Those would be box washers such as the HTC 8000, 8010, 8020, and 8030 systems. We also have a variety of racks for those tools so you can wash any product in there that you need. We offer mass cleaners for washing up to 10-inch square substrates. These would be the high-pressure DI wash followed by an N2 blow-off and a heat lamp for cleaning resist or any other contamination that they might have. We also offer photoresist pumps and photoresist pump repairs. That would be for IDI, Cybor, and millipore pumps. We also offer a variety of metrology tools such as 10-core profilometers, 10-core particle counters, Gertner and Rudolph ellipsometers, nanometrics thin film measurement tools, DECTAC profilometers, and a variety of other tools that can be found on our website. Let's see here. We also offer barrel, ash, and etch tools. Those would be Branson tools that can use 1, 2, or 3 gases, a variety of different power systems, 1,000 up to 2,000 watts. We have Faraday cages available. We do not offer the quartzware, but typically our customers have a source for that quartzware that they will use, and we can work with them to ensure that it will work properly in the system that we refurbish and provide for them. So that's just an example of some of the other equipment that we offer, and that can all be viewed on our website at www.scitekprocess.com. That's spelled S-I-T-E-K, process.com. Or you can give us a call at 916-797-9000. And to reach me directly, dial extension 2201. Okay, let's see how we're doing on time. And our top chamber has 10 seconds left, so in a second you'll see it start to slow down. And for these units, there is not a rotor up sensing mechanism, so there's a built-in delay onto the controller for when the rotor upright actually occurs. So you'll see that it slowly ramps down, and now we have our substrate sitting upside down. That's going to happen, about a quarter of the time, just the way that it happens to naturally sit. And in a moment, the RSP is going to fire, and when the chamber uprights, we are able to remove and inspect our product. There we go. So here we have perfectly dry wafers, and I can feel the cassette. It's nice and warm. I see a few droplets left in the chamber, so that lets me know that we had a well-designed process right here. Moving on to the second chamber, can feel it blowing in warm on my hand right there. And our substrate and cassette are dry and ready for the next step in the process. So here we had a successful run. I want to thank you for taking the time to view our video source inspection for today. Again, we filmed this for SciTech Process Solutions. I just mentioned it, but our website is www.scitekprocess.com, and our phone number is 916-797-9000. Please reach out if you have any questions about our products or services. Thank you very much and have a great day.